Jameer Nelson, 256, meaning Bob is 6,169 away from the goal.
Nice.
And Justin is... Hello and welcome back to Yay Basketball, the basketball game show, and a very happy Halloween to you. Sunday, October 30th. Woo, spooky recording on a Sunday. Recording live from the Yay studio. Today could be the Boo studio. I don't know. We're going to go over the top today with the Halloween stuff, so buckle in. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I am your host and producer, Michael Padilla, dressed up as the late, great Craig Sager today. Along with me, as always, I have one, Bob Aldrich.
Scared me. Sorry, dude. It's so spooky. Chef Curry today, actually.
Yeah, I was just double checking what your costume was there, as well as one Justin Moore.
Hi, everybody.
You have a shirt on.
I have a shirt on.
And that, you know what?
You know what?
We're thrilled with it. We gave you late notice. It's okay.
Oh, okay. I am the NBA pumpkin.
Spooky.
That's a hell of a costume.
Spooked me, bro.
As well as our resident statistician and historian, Trey Dishner.
Happy Halloween, guys. Hoodie Mello here speaking.
Nice. It's a good. It's a good, very impromptu costume that you pulled off there. So we're very happy to.
Thank you.
We all kind of pulled it off. Nice job, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, rate 5 stars, share with friends, and follow us at @yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
Add me on the ground.
Last week, Kyle made his triumphant return for 1 week only to play What Did He Say, Name That Dude, and Muggsy or Ming, where we took a look at the Jazz's hot start, the struggling Sixers, and a whole lot more. It was a great episode, so be sure to check that one out if you have not already. Now, this is the basketball game show after all. So before we dive into our games of the week, Justin, can we get an update on the scoreboard,
We
please?
can indeed. Hey, Bob.
I know.
0 points, a big last place for you right now, but that's okay. Still one more week left in the month.
Mm-hmm.
I also have Trey, 3rd place, 1,000 points, 1,000 big ones. You're still there. You know what I mean? You can still overtake either me or Michael, given our bet. I have 2,590 in 2nd place, and Michael, you are in 1st place with 40.
40-40. And just so you know, we do have a trophy at stake. You guys have seen this trophy, right?
Yep.
Let's see it.
Here's what it looks like.
Look at that.
It's not. I told you it was going to get better. This is what it is. So if you want to keep track of all of our bets and game picks, as well as give us game ideas and chat with us and all that good stuff, hit the link in the description of this episode to join our Chalkboard group chat. It is a fun and free way to support the show, so we hope that you do that. Now, I think it's time that we get to it. Do you think it's time we get to it?
Is it time?
I think it's time.
Let's do it.
It's everyone's favorite game.
What did he say? Not a game. Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for another version of What Did He Say? The rules for this game are very simple. I will play an audio clip of an NBA personality, player, coach, or analyst. It will be your job, Justin and Bob, to work as a team to guess who or what that person is talking about. Each correct guess is worth 100 points. In the event of an incorrect guess, Trey and myself will receive the 100 points for clips today. Are you ready to get started?
Boo.
Nice. Actually, I forgot about something. And I don't have the sound loaded. But here on Yay Basketball, when you miss an episode, you get a traveling violation. So reduce 100 points from your total score there, Justin.
No problem.
For missing an episode. But I will tell you, you're first in over a year. 1 full calendar year.
Yeah.
You made it every single one of them.
You're one vacation.
You're the only one that never missed an episode. The only episode we ever missed, I should have gotten into this before. The only episode we ever missed was because I was sick in a full calendar year, and then we had to, adjust our days. Sometimes we hit it on Thursday or, Wednesday or whatever. But,
or Sunday.
So, yep, it happens. People have to, we had to move some stuff around from time to time. But so credit to you, but still, travel violation. Yeah, okay.
Welcome back.
All right, now, back to the game here. Who is speaking in this clip?
Just two competitors. That doesn't excuse
us from being competitive and talking to each other. You know, I've always admired his game, how he plays on both sides of the ball, and obviously the rings speak for themselves. But like I said, I'm going to bring it every time.
Who is speaking in that clip there?
Oh, I think we figured it out at the same time.
Yeah,
both of us
I think we got it. I think
so let's just say it at the same time then.
okay.
Ready?
Okay.
On three.
Uh-huh.
On shoot. No, I'm kidding. On three. 1, 2, 3. Devin Booker.
Let's see.
I love Klay Thompson. I have for a really long time.
Yes, you are correct.
They gave no answer in that.
Well, I mean, it was one of the big headlines of the week. It was Klay Thompson talking about, or sorry, Devin Booker talking about Klay Thompson. That whole drama. I could have done a who is and what is, but I decided to skip it. Okay. Despite all the offseason drama, the Phoenix Suns have started the year 4-1 with wins over the Mavs, Clips, Warriors, and Pelicans. Did we underrate the Suns going into the season, Bob?
I 100% believe that. The Pacific Division, as stacked as we always seem, as we've seen over the last 5-6 years or so, actually legitimately like 8-9 years, they kind of, the Suns, have really worked their way from that bottom of the Pacific Division to work their way up. And I think it's totally inexcusable for us to not bring them up, especially now because that core is still there. They kept Ayton. Booker is still going to be Booker day in and day out. And yeah, I think we totally underestimated them 100%.
Justin?
Maybe just a touch. I think it's too small of a sample size quite yet to kind of see what team we're dealing with. I still think the falling apart could very well happen mid-season. I think you come out strong, here we are, woohoo! But then it kind of, you can only fake it for so long.
Yeah. Trey?
I think we did underestimate him. When we heard the news that, Aiden and the coach hasn't been talking, that's a big key factor of the team. He wasn't happy. It didn't seem like he was happy to come back to Phoenix. So I did go into the season underestimating this team, but they're playing just like they should. And I think, if they do play as good as they did the year before, that's what we expect.
When also we have these massive off-season stories, it's not like they're being set up to fail, but I think a lot of the people, in these circles like to just be like, oh yeah, let's write them off, or oh hey, yeah, that's obviously going to be a problem because every single time they're going to get asked a question like that.
For sure.
So I think a lot of it going into the season, we were like, oh well, yeah, that massive thing happened. Like, of course, Robert Sarver had to sell the team and stuff like that. Like, that's going to distract us from the actual players and the actual, basketball. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Yep. So you kind of hit it. I mean, there's a lot of drama, but ultimately it all comes down to ball. The Suns are 4-1, second in the Western Conference right now to the Blazers, who I think do look impressive. They have a lot of pieces, but I don't know if we would consider them a contender. So as far as the contenders go, the Suns have proven their worth. They are top 5 in assists per game, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, net rating, offensive rating, defensive rating, points per game, second chance points. They are not breaking records, but their performance has been impressive. Not to mention all those wins that I spoke of a moment ago. Mavs, Clips, Warriors, Pelicans. Those are teams that either, the Pelicans are going to be surprising. The Clippers are going to be a dark horse. The Warriors are going to go back-to-back. The Mavericks have Luka. All these names, and the Suns are just quietly dominating. So I think we might have underrated them, and I'm excited to see what's in store. I'm excited to see what they have in the postseason. Go for it.
Just looking at the Western Conference standings right now, it's crazy. When you mention the Mavs and the Clippers, they're sitting at 11th and 12th right now.
And the Warriors are at 10th.
Yeah.
And the Warriors are at 9th currently.
Yeah.
We are going to touch on some of that a little bit later on. You are right there, Trey. Okay, good job. 100 points to you. Obviously, kind of a gimme there, as they usually go. Question 2, though. Who is Brian Windhorst talking about in this clip?
One of the things that's super impressed me in his early going as a NBA player, he's averaging 9 free throws a game, and he's shooting 80% on those free throws. He is hunting for the foul line. That's something that players take a while, like seasons, to learn how to do. And by the way, he's not even 20 yet. He's got his 20th birthday in like a couple of weeks.
Who is Brian Windhorst talking about in that one?
So I know we brought him up last week when we were talking age for some of these rookies who've been coming up. The one that honestly surprised a lot of people is the fact that Paolo has been playing like a grown man in a grown man's league already. And the fact that he is only 19 checks a lot of the boxes, I think. What do you think?
Yeah. He's been the most impressive rookie so far, in my opinion. All of the rookies have been pretty great. Obviously, Keegan and Jaden Ivey and everybody. But I think the story is probably Paolo. That makes the most sense because he got the most name recognition.
Yeah, and Keegan, that team just won it. The Kings won their first game last night or the night before, something like that.
Yeah, so
I don't see that. Jaden Ivey, dude, the backcourt of him and Cade is really something else.
real quick, hang on a second. Mr. Matherin.
Oh, dude, yes.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know how old he is.
Oh.
Yeah, Benedict's been really good. But again, the age thing, I'm not sure on that.
I'm not. I'm willing to roll the dice on it.
I could see him being like 21 or something, like
or
an
just-
older.
yeah, 20
Because I know
even.
Keegan's like 22.
Yeah.
Keegan was like the oldest.
Yeah. So let's
Do you want to roll the dice on
roll the dice on I mean, sure. Okay.
'Cause I'm leaning Paolo because he would get to the line probably more.
I'm
with
not on
being
Paolo. Let's do
forward.
it. Let's lock it in.
Okay.
Paolo.
Let's see.
Paolo Banchero, they're banged up.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
oh boy.
Good job.
We almost had him at
You
the last
almost
second
got
there,
us.
Trey. Almost
Benedict
had
is
him.
20, by the way, too.
He's 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the key. Is that yes, he is 20 years old. Magic rookie Paolo Banchero is playing like a man amongst boys, you said, Bob, averaging 23, 8, and 4, despite Orlando posting a 1-5 record to start. Is this the best case scenario for the Magic? Paolo develops while the Magic tank?
It has to be, but the Magic don't necessarily have to tank. You still have Franz Wagner. You still have Cole Anthony.
Suggs,
Folks,
Fultz, Bull.
Well, Folks, whatever. But
Well,
yes,
he's there at
Bull,
least.
Bull. Like
He's been playing great.
Bull's been playing great, and that's the thing. Like the Magic don't necessarily need to tank right now, but I think we've talked about, like the Kings, for example, are in a kind of a weird pseudo mid kind of point in their franchise where they don't need to tank; they can just simply develop who they have. And always just, I think they can get better. So I don't think they're full tanking right now. It's possible, but I think if you're the Magic and the fans, you're thrilled the fact that these young guys are still out there every single night, putting up big numbers and really taking over.
J-Dog.
Yeah, I think it's great. You want your young guys to play. And I don't think they're playing to lose. I think that's the bigger point. Like,
Yep.
I think the Magic are playing to win. They're just not winning. That's different than telling your team to lose games. I think that really demoralizes your young core.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Trey.
I think it's best case scenario for him when you're having your youngest player lead your scoring in 4 out of your 6 games. That's huge. I think it's the best case scenario for the Magic.
I agree. So I picked Paolo as Rookie of the Year earlier in this season or early in the off season, and I was talking to Kyle about this. That this is, in my mind, the best case scenario because Kyle was a little bit nervous that what you lose by, like you said, Justin, telling your team to tank, telling your team to lose games, is you don't want to instill that culture on your franchise of lose, lose, lose because you've got a roster that is going to be good at some point, and you don't want their first few years to be intentionally
Be a loser.
be a loser. Exactly. But I also say this: of all the teams that have a shot at Victor, the Magic are the scariest to me. Because they already have a team, in my mind, that over the course of the next decade, if they play their cards right and play contracts right, make the appropriate roster moves, free agency moves, they could be a contender in the East.
Yes.
If they get Victor, that timeline shrinks to 5 years or maybe even 3 years.
3 years. I mean, you can attract one superstar.
And
Just
that's
be like,
one.
okay, why not?
But that's
just
the thing.
one is all you would need.
With this roster they've assembled, they might not need another superstar.
Sure.
Because they're going to have to start paying their guys. Suggs is on a couple years. Paolo will have some time. Bull, Wendell Carter. They're going to have to be very, very careful with their contracts because if they do end up getting that 14% and get Victor, he's obviously a max. Paolo's obviously a max.
Yeah.
We would assume Cole Anthony will probably get maxed, if not close to it. So I'm horrified if the Magic get Victor. This is a scary thing that is unfolding right before our very eyes. I said the Thunder would be scary if they get Victor. The Magic would be absolutely terrifying. I mean, in 3 years or less,
Boo.
They're competing. Right, you're not kidding.
It's funny they're paying. It's funny they're paying Jonathan Isaac $17 million and he never plays.
He hasn't played in what 2.5 seasons
Two
now.
or three.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is wild.
Wild.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, he'll be off the books. All that. The Magic have something special in place, and I think a large part of that is because Paolo Banchero has proven to be the rightful number 1 overall pick.
Oh yeah.
So good job. Another 100 points to you. What? What?
Whoa.
I was going to say number. I was going to say question, and then I was going to say something else.
Did we just play a record reverse right
Yeah,
there?
yeah. Spooky Halloween. All right. Who is speaking in this clip?
We could have easily kind of folded. In the first half, we're down, 14-15, and, we went into the locker room. And like I said, we've been down before in games, and every time I come into the huddle, you wouldn't know if we're up 10 or down 10. And that's for a team, like I said, who hasn't been to the playoffs as a group, hasn't played together as a group, for us to have a collective, solidarity, this early in the season and continuous, that's huge.
Who's speaking in that one there? By the way, Justin, I like your new costume. Do you have a?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you have? Okay, heard.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
I've been this way.
Okay, heard. Continue. Sorry.
So I don't know honestly who that could be. I'm kind of at a loss.
So it's a group. So I would assume a young group or a newer group put together.
Newer group.
Like the Cavs.
I could see that. I just don't know what game they were down high in. Down high, down low. You get it. But
Nice.
I can see that. I could see the Cavs. Who would be speaking for the Cavs at that point in time?
I don't know, man. And also, you have to think. So that Mavs team went to overtime against the Nets, and so going into the huddle, it could have been someone hyping them up that wasn't Luka. I don't know.
For sure, but they've been to the playoffs, right?
Oh,
So
true.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Can I
But
hear it
as
one
the
more
group.
time for me, real quick?
You may for your one time real quick.
We could have easily kind of folded. In the first half, we're down, 14-15, and, we went into the locker room. And like I said, we've been down before in games, and every time I come into the huddle, you wouldn't know if we're up 10 or down 10. And that's for a team, like I said, who hasn't been to the playoffs as a group, hasn't played together as a group, for us to have a collective, solidarity, this early in the season and continuous, that's huge.
I like my Wizards in this one
Continuous. So it's.
because they haven't been to the playoffs as a group, right?
Oh, is that Bradley Beal?
That's what I think. And Bradley Beal. I'm okay with that.
I like
answer.
that idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beal?
Yeah, my
Beal.
man.
Let's see.
I'll get to you in just a second. We do have Spider Mitchell, who has put the headset on.
No.
Cavs.
You were close. What did we say about trusting the gut? No.
Man.
Donovan Mitchell and the Cavaliers have started off strong, going 4-1 in their first 5, despite missing all-star point guard Darius Garland. Mitchell and LeVert the other night, as you mentioned, Bob, both scored 41 points against the Celtics in an overtime win on Friday night, and currently sit in the 3rd spot in the East. Are the Cavs a legitimate threat to win the conference?
Well, I mean, I know we had this conversation. I think it was essentially when that trade was made. I think it's been at least 2 months, maybe a month and a half. I actually put the Cavs as, I believe, the 3rd in the East. At the end of it all, whether or not they win the conference, that'd be pretty impressive. And especially if you can take the Celtics to overtime and win out there, that's really something else. And that Cavs team has looked almost better than what we've seen or what we thought lately.
Without Darius Garland?
See, and that's the scary part. Without Darius Garland, it's his eye. Am I not mistaken?
Yeah, he has a laceration on the inside of his upper left eyelid.
Brutal. That's not going to affect him long term. It's
Yeah.
just a very, very. He's going to miss a couple more weeks. I think maybe a week more. But at the end of it all, the Cavs, man, they're still scary as hell. Like we said.
Justin.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, can they win? Sure. I don't think they're a legitimate threat to win. I think they're more having fun. I think they're going to put up a good fight. I think they're a 2nd round exit. But I mean, yeah, I don't see them, given how the rest of the East looks, actually being a threat to be in the finals.
Trey.
I think the Cavs are a threat to be in the finals. I know I said the 76ers are going to go to the championship and maybe win it. The Cavs are definitely the scariest team in my book right now in the East.
Wow.
Donovan Mitchell's been playing crazy, averaging 31 points a game. I mean, as your shooting guard, he's leading the team in assists per game as well, tied with Karis LeVert. So he's not leading, he's tied. But yeah, Donovan Mitchell's playing great. They're playing amazing without Darius Garland. When he comes back, they're going to play even better. So, yeah, watch out for the Cavs.
I think the big thing that stands out to me is that they're second in the league in net rating by 0.2 points per game behind the Suns that we were talking about a moment ago. We knew that Jarrett Allen, Evan Mobley combining for that front court was going to be important. We had our kind of had our holdbacks about the defensive side because of the addition of Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, that's a little undersized backcourt. But they've proved that with Okoro and LeVert coming off the bench and their role players playing their role well, especially on the defensive side of the ball, you're allowing your stars, whether it be Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, who of course has missed time. The other night it was Karis LeVert, who showed flashes of, is he their number 2 guy? I mean, he obviously isn't, but in a game like that, he's able to step up. I would like to say, I do think the Cavs have a shot at putting up a good fight in the second round. But early in the season, we start to do these things where we go, oh my gosh, can this team, wow, oh my gosh, is this team gonna, oh my goodness. It's played a best of 7. Mm-hmm. Are the Cavs beating the Bucks 4 times in a series?
Probably not.
I think they can.
You think they can?
I honestly think the way they match up with that team, I think they can. If they're all healthy, let's say both teams are all healthy, they match up very well with the Bucks.
Okay, so
Wow.
I see that because teams are building their teams around beating the Bucks or the Warriors.
And let's
they're
say,
building teams to beat them.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you're saying. Like, when you think about it, yeah, it matches up.
And if a
Not
Karis
half
LeVert
bad.
scores 41 with Donovan Mitchell scoring 41, like, what are you going to do with that? With Evan Mobley dropping 20 or,
Yeah.
Darius Garland dishing out 15 assists to those guys.
It's a great point.
It's hard to match. I get it. The Bucks are good, but
That
their bench isn't as deep, I don't think.
The Bucks.
The Bucks.
You don't think that Drew Holiday puts Donovan Mitchell in the torture chamber in the playoffs?
I don't think he puts him in a dude. I think Donovan Mitchell will give Drew. I think I could go either way.
So far in the
Because
season,
he's
from
gonna
what we've seen,
he's going to be guarding Darius Garland for one because he's a 2 guard.
Well, he always just switches on to the best perimeter player for the Bucks for the opponent.
So DG, Donovan Mitchell, and Karis LeVert, if they're all 15 to 20 points a game in that series, they win it.
Okay, that's a bold prediction. Well, you kind of stopped me in my tracks. I was going to say, can they beat the Bucks? No. Can they beat the? But I guess you made a good. You made
Kyle,
a good
watch
case.
out for them Cavs.
Beautiful counter argument.
Yeah, good
hear
point.
you.
Good point. I hear it and I like it. So good job. Another 100 points to you. On to question 4, our final question. What did he say? Let's make this a quick one. Who is speaking in this clip? And who is this person talking about?
Well, honestly, we want the big fella to be here every single night. Of course.
Us too.
But yeah, I mean, shoot, sometimes you got to cover for your brother. You know, he sat tonight and rested as well-deserved rest as he needs, and we had to cover for him. And this style of play is different, but we know that we could do something different.
Who is speaking in that one, and who's that one talking about?
I've got a direction.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
Would it be Tyrese Maxey talking about Joel Embiid, the big fella?
Yeah, did he?
That's what I'm trying to think. Did he miss a game? I don't know if he missed a game or not.
Game quite yet. I was leaning more towards like an Anthony Davis situation. Big fella, definitely sat out.
So then who?
But I don't hate Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid. I really don't. But I don't think he's missed a game. If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know the other big fellas that be out.
Missing the big fella. It's not Heat. Adebayo's been playing. It's not.
Jokic played.
Mm-hmm. I don't.
Jokic doesn't never play. He always plays.
And it sounds like a younger guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Sure.
What?
Tyrese Maxey talking about Joel Embiid, and you're welcome
Spook
for
him.
the 200 points.
I wish I could thank you.
What a night in Toronto, Tyrese. 44 points, a new career high, 9 3-pointers.
Good job. Wow,
Atta boys.
holy moly. I was not expecting you to get that one.
Throwing it in.
Good job. Yes, that's Tyrese Maxey talking about Joel Embiid after Joel Embiid did miss the game in Toronto. The Philadelphia 76ers got off to a very slow start to the season, but have began to show flashes of life with 3 of their last 4 being wins. Tyrese Maxey recorded a career-high 44 points in a 112-90 win over Toronto, including 9 3-pointers. Is Maxey's strong performance during Embiid's absence enough for Philly to turn it around, Bob?
Well, first of all, chef's kiss on that. But legitimately, Maxey, nice. Maxey has shown. Maxey has shown us how fantastic he has been for that team, despite the setbacks from Harden and obviously our opinions on Doc Rivers as a head coach. I know Kyle last week said if he even has a job in a couple weeks, but
he's very low on Doc Rivers. Consistently low on Doc Rivers.
Consistent. But I love the fact that Maxey has come out as this massive player for the team over the last couple of years, and I follow his career very closely, and I like watching him play well.
Justin.
Yeah, as we know, I'm high on the Sixers. I think the Sixers are going to be great. They're pulling it together.
Yeah, this is real quick. I just want to interject. I will let you finish, but it's a bummer that you weren't here last week, and then suddenly you're back. They're winning games because I would have loved to revel in.
You gotta pull it together a little bit. They didn't have that much time last year with each other. You know what I mean? They're kind of gelling a little bit. They have some new pieces that came in. So for me, you're seeing James Harden play pretty well for somebody who's washed up. You're seeing Joel Embiid beat Joel Embiid for the most part, and Maxey's kind of blossoming into that third kind of star that you really want to see on your team, a young guy that can really go after it and score buckets. So I think that their future is bright.
Trey.
I think Tyrese Maxey does help Philly turn it around. I mean, it's not going to help down low in the paint, obviously, because Joel Embiid's a huge anchor down in the paint. But, I mean, look out for Tyrese Maxey to be the most improved player. I mean, in 2020, he was only averaging 8 points. 2021, he jumped to 17.5. Now he's averaging 22.6. Yeah, it's early season, but that shows a lot of progression.
Yeah, and I don't think
he shows up at the right times, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say, because I think a lot of people didn't start watching his career closely enough until they were in the playoffs.
Yeah, and he showed up when he needed to.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
Massive.
definitely a big help for Philly.
And what does James Harden need? Somebody who'll show up when they need to.
You're not wrong there. So here's a couple of alarming. I don't want to get too deep into it, but some advanced statistics that kind of stand out to me about Tyrese Maxey. His value over replacement player is 0.1, which is like crucially low for your starting point guard. You've got to be kind of leaps and bounds better than the guy behind you in the Eastern Conference especially, and he's not proving to do that. Box plus minus negative 0.4 usage percentage, though 25%. So if the crazy. Sixers want to do something legit, he's got to be what he was in Toronto, and he's got to do more of that more frequently. I'm still flaky on the Sixers. Like I said, consistently, I don't. If we get what we saw from Harden in Boston Game 1, the Sixers can win the title.
Yeah.
But unless he's that every time, I maintain this thought, and I love Joel Embiid, but I don't think he can be the best player on a championship team. It's been a long time since the center was the best player on a championship team, and I don't know if he'll be that. So I hope they get it together. I hope Tyrese Maxey blossoms into this player that could become an all-star, injury replacement, or a guy that's got his name in the hat. That'd be amazing. I'd love to see it. I need a little bit more time with the Sixers before I'm ready to sign off on them.
Fair enough.
As a contender. So good job, guys. That was What Did He Say? And we are going to move right along to our newish segment. Well, it's new as a couple weeks ago, but we've modified it, and it is now Welcome to Bob's Buckets.
It's time for Bob's Buckets.
And I'm kidding. Oh, so for, of course, the Halloween special, I'm giving you, so 2 weeks ago we did teams, last week we did coaches, this week the scariest players right now, early NBA season. And we're going to start off with number 5, a man we were just talking about, Trey, Donovan Mitchell. Cavs 4-1.
Spider.
You know what I mean? JB Bickerstaff has this team together. I don't know if a lot of people knew who the head coach of the Cavs was, but there you go.
Well, yeah.
Second in the East, like I said, Donovan Mitchell, 31, 5-6 so far. Incredible playmaking. He's been killing it. That is when you face up against these guys, you're going to be kind of scared. And I'd be scared of Donovan Mitchell right now. Number 4, Damian Lillard. Okay. The Trailblazers, 5-1. Number 1 in the West right now with their record. It's really interesting to watch them play as well they have with Chauncey Billups. Hey, I missed him last week on Coach of the Year because I was talking about other, player coaches. My B, Chauncey, you're on that list, and you're number one. My BYB. Number 3, Steph Curry. Okay, now the Warriors are 3-3, but Steph is averaging 31, 7, and 6 thus far in the season. Listen, the Warriors have defensive woes with losing Otto Porter Jr., Gary Payton II. It's a little tough. And hey, Draymond Green is not the problem, is what we're kind of figuring out this Warriors team. So with Steph playing as well as he's playing, and if you saw his shake and bake on Tyler Hero, the reigning 6th man of the year on that Heat game, it was spooky. Okay, next. Number 2, I've got to give it to him, Giannis. Okay, the Bucks are 5-0. Okay, and last week we were talking about how Mike won Coach of the Year. Yeah, he did back in 2015 with the Hawks, and in 2019 with the Bucks.
You were right.
So yeah,
Kyle and I were wrong about that one.
What up, Kyle? Still my boy.
You gotta come see me.
What's up, Kyle? What's up? So yes, first in the East, incredible. Giannis is averaging 34, 14, and 6. Whoa.
Who is number 1?
Number 1.
Let's hear it.
The Matador, Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
Playing against Luka right now is frightening. Okay, 35, 11, and 9. Although Dallas is 2-3, Luka's 23 years old. Okay, like that can't be understated enough. Okay, he's made All NBA 3 times. So he's in his 5th year. He's made it 3 of the 4 that eligible for. He'll probably win it again this year. So he's not made All NBA 1 of the times that he's been in the league. It's ridiculous. And with his creativity on offense, Giannis, a lot of people have him as MVP so far. Luka number 2. Hey, man, that's interchangeable. Like, they're playing out of their freaking minds. So, yes, the number 1 scariest player right now in the NBA, Luka Doncic.
He makes it look so easy.
He does.
He moves in slow motion. It's crazy.
He does move in slow motion.
It's just like behind my back. Oh,
yeah, he's not.
Pass.
That's the thing, is that he's not overly athletic. Of course, because of.
He's chubby hard.
The look
He's
of
very
him.
strong. Very strong.
Because of the look of him, you're going to get a lot of Larry Bird comps. But honestly, look at their play. It's a lot similar. He's got this pace to him where it's just
the game
kinda
moves
slow
around
and patient.
him.
Yeah, he's controlling the game in ways that is rarely seen. So I love your top 5.
Thank
there.
you for that,
Scariest
Bob.
players.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, guys.
And with that, we are on to what would normally be called speed takes, but this week, of course, it's spooky takes.
Whoa!
It's still the same song. Alrighty, guys. If you're unfamiliar with speed takes / spooky takes, here's how it goes. I'll give the guys a prompt from a recent NBA storyline, and they will give me their initial reactions and thoughts on the topic. This week being our Halloween special, this one is spooky takes.
Spooky takes.
Let's see here. Number 1. Boo! Did I scare you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably didn't scare you as much as the Lakers' current record does. The Los Angeles Lakers have started the season 0-5 for just the second time in franchise history.
Choking,
That's
just like the Lakers.
That's Halloween for you. Are there any signs for life for the Lakers? Any signs of life for the Lakers? Or is it the dawn of the dead in L.A., Bobbert?
Okay, so what could the Lakers do to make this better? It's a matter of talks of Terry Rozier like getting maybe scary Terry in all of this.
Good one.
Possibly could help alleviate some of that, but at the end of the day, hey, they're gonna be terrible, I think.
Justin.
Yes, I am also out on the Lakers. I'm out. I don't care anymore. But what is scary about this to me is if they're so bad that we wind up giving the New Orleans Pelicans Victor Wembanyama.
Yes. It is the scariest.
That is why that would be the scariest thing outside of the Magic. That would be terrifying.
Yes, 100%.
That's game over.
That is a good point. I didn't include them in my little thing because I don't think the Lakers end up with the number 1 overall pick. At least I don't know. Holy crap, Trey.
So dawn of the dead until a trade happens. You got to get Russ out of there. You got to get some shooters in there. And until then, they're in trouble.
What could it possibly be?
The trade?
Yeah.
So the trade either needs to be Mike Conley, Jordan Clarkson,
Back
Rudy
to the
Gay?
Jazz,
Rudy Gay back there for Russ, or we could
And the picks?
Yeah.
Has
in
to
the
be the
picks.
picks.
I mean, Gordon Hayward's even saying trade for me. I mean, not saying do that, don't do that, but he could help.
I would like to say we would all.
With Scary.
You guys would like to say. I like what you said, Bob. It is Halloween. Go for Scary Terry and Gordon Hayward.
There you go.
Scary Terry is top 5 in the league in 3-point percentage right now. Gordon Hayward is always a great catch and shoot 3-point shooter. They don't need defense, which is what Miles Turner brings. He's not an outside threat anymore. He was in his first couple seasons. He's gone away from that. Buddy Hield is one of the top 15 3-point shooters in the league. But one guy is not going to do it for you. Mike Conley, love him, old.
What would they give Charlotte? Because that would screw Charlotte up.
Yeah,
The picks.
it's going so great.
Well, they would give him the picks. You got to give him the picks.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because it's over in Charlotte. I mean, it's over in Charlotte.
Oh, man.
So they blow up their future
luck,
for
LaMelo.
a Band-Aid. I don't know if the Lakers will actually go for the Scary Terry thing. I think there's like just take your licks, eat your crows.
You know what the real fix might be?
What's the real fix, Justin?
Trading Anthony Davis.
I had that thought recently, and also people are floating that they should trade LeBron. And I got to be honest, at this point, I'm a LeBron guy first. I said it on the show a couple weeks ago. At this point, I don't know that it's the wrong move. But for who?
Scary
He would
Terry.
easily be the greatest player of all time ever traded.
Well, yeah.
No? Period.
Well, Kareem in his prime was a better player when he got traded.
Okay, sure.
But
Yeah. Good point. I agree. But yes, overall, I mean, here's the deal. The Lakers suck. They're going to go freaking 4-21 or something crazy, and LeBron's going to be sitting there with a .12 win percentage as he passes Kareem in New York or something in the Garden, and it's going to be amazing and it's going to be glorious, and then he's going to go nap time, folks. So let's see what happens. But yeah, the Lakers are brutally bad. Okay, Halloween sure does bring out the monsters. And this Halloween is no different because the Milwaukee Bucks are quietly undefeated and sit atop the standings at 5-0. Two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo just scored a career-high point total through a 4-game stretch, and the Bucks are showing no signs of slowing down, and yet no one's talking about it. Taking a look at their schedule, Bob, what will be Milwaukee's first loss?
So taking a look at it, Giannis obviously is leading the team in points and rebounds through the first 5, which is wild. But they barely squeaked out that first game against the 76ers. It was only a 2-point win. But looking at it, I don't think they're going to be able to match up with the Timberwolves this Friday, the 4th. I think first game of their season that they'll lose will be against the T-Wolves in Minnesota.
Justin?
I hear you. I'm big on the Timberwolves. I think they're great. I also am big on Giannis.
Here
so
he
I think
comes.
Giannis has a big. So, not there.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think they don't lose until they play Philadelphia again on November 18th.
Yeah.
Revenge game for Philadelphia. They kind of pull it together a little bit, and then bam, the first loss because the Bucks don't want to like win the regular season. They want to win a title. Of
course.
So I mean, I don't even think they're trying hard to win games. They don't even have Chris Middleton back, and yet Giannis is second in the league in points and second in the league in rebounds per game. Like it's crazy.
So they would go 14-0 to start the year before they lost to the Sixers?
I could see it going farther than that, but yeah.
That is just under a full month.
Yeah.
Trey?
They're gonna take their first loss tomorrow to the Young Pistons.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, they're gonna, if they don't lose tomorrow, they will lose on the 2nd. They have 2 nights in Detroit playing them. I think with their young core with Cade played absolutely crazy the other night. Led his team in all categories, 35 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists.
That's MIP.
I look out for the Pistons. They're a scary young team.
Yeah.
I can see them losing one of those games in Detroit.
I
Also
thought so
kind of
too.
a trap game.
Yeah.
Because you've got the top seeded Bucks going up against, like you said, potentially scary but young.
Yeah. We don't know what
Detroit
to expect.
Pistons.
Yeah.
So I had the same thought that you had, Bob. I go Timberwolves, my eyebrows raised, and I go, oh. But the Bucks. We were talking about net rating. We've said the Suns. We've said the Cavs. Number 3 is the Bucks, and the Bucks are first in defensive rating by a whole point. 1.2 points per game. They're second in. They are first in rebounds per game, and they're top 5 in blocks per game. So the whole size disadvantage that we think that they might have, I don't think it's as legitimate as we might have thought just on paper. Giannis is horrifying. He looks like a monster. He looks like Frankenstein's monster. And I don't think that they... I think they get their first loss. Let me see what I had here. I think they go November 9th against OKC.
Okay.
It will be 6 games and 10 nights, which is a lot, but also there's a lot of games and a lot of nights for the league just as a whole. But the Thunder have been sneaking up on teams, and I was wrong. My BYB. I said that SGA's grade 2 MCL sprain would result in him missing 6 months. He came back the other night and had a all-star worthy performance. So
they do play them on the 5th. You know that, right?
I know, and that's why I think they'll get the better of them. They'll probably blow them out, and then on the second time around, they'll go, okay, we can, and then that's what happens.
Interesting schedule because they squeeze in Atlanta in between there, and that was my second honorable mention was going to Atlanta and losing.
Yeah, I think that because it's in Oklahoma City, due to the travel schedule, due to the games in how many nights, that's what I'm thinking there. Okay, Number 3, we got to get it moving here, boys. In the preseason, many analysts picked the Clippers to be a Western Conference contender. Speaking of Halloween, spooky. Thus far, however, they have yet to get it together, sitting at 2-4. Are the Clippers doomed? Halloween, or will they figure it out, Bob?
They're not going to figure it out.
Woo!
I think people had a lot of this expectation on Kawhi. It was in San Antonio where he was diagnosed with actually a degenerative, essentially ailment, saying he will never essentially be to what he was ever again. His knees will never quite recover the way they need to be. And hey, he played 40 games over the last 3 years or something like that. I mean, it's unfortunate for Kawhi because he's such a prolific basketball player. And in his prime, he was one of the best. Someone who was built in a lab to counter the Kevin Durant's and extreme offensive players like a LeBron James. But he'll never reach that again, and it's so unfortunate. And Kawhi is such a good dude, but no, they probably will never. They won't figure it out this season, which is unfortunate.
J-Dog.
I have to agree with you, Bob. I was high on the Clippers. I think I'm out on the Clippers. I also think potentially we see a trade from the Clippers because they've been told by Kawhi, hey, this isn't going to get better. And they go, okay, this isn't going to get better. And they start to try and throw pieces of back and try and get some of the picks that they gave up back for Paul George.
Interesting. Trey.
I think the Clippers are doomed as well. I mean, Paul George and Kawhi have to step it up. When you have Norman Powell and Luke Kennard leading your team in scoring the last couple games, that's just sad. And so, they're doomed.
I agree. I think until the Clippers move out of Crypto.com arena, it is over for the Clipper-roonies. Okay. Halloween. I see what you did there. Nice one. Okay, last one. This is the scariest one yet. The idea that Justin could be right. The Wizards sit at 3-2, even though they just lost, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
3-3, and are top 10 in field goal percentage, blocks per game, and free throw percentage. Notice that I had to really dig deep for some stats for them to look good at. Is this the best jump scare ever? Are the Wizards a real NBA franchise, Bob? Let's go super fast.
You know, I'm going to go so fast. Sure. Justin, I want to give you as much time as possible to talk about them. Go for it.
We are one piece away from dominating the Eastern Conference like no one's ever dominated it before, and that one piece is Giannis Antetokounmpo. But no, they just need somebody who can get some rebounds. That's all they need is some rebounds and some defense, and they're fine.
Trey.
No.
Yeah, no, they're not. Okay, good job. That was Spooky Takes, and we are on to our next segment of the day, which is Trey's Fact of the Day.
Alrighty, guys. Happy Halloween. With my fun fact of the day, we're going to be talking about teams that have played really good on Halloween and a team that's played really bad on Halloween. So first, Fear the Deer takes on a new meaning as the Bucks have been scary good with the highest overall winning percentage in games on Halloween.
Nice.
With winning 82.4% of games. They played 17 games on Halloween. And then, meanwhile, the Wizards / Bullets haven't found much magic on October 31st.
Oh, nice.
Posting the lowest overall winning percentage on this
Damn.
Good
which,
one.
Their winning percentage on Halloween is 26.3%. So
Brutal.
Golly, that's crazy. So the Bucks are the number one, and the Wizards are the last.
Bucks number one, Wizards are the last.
Bullets. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Perfect.
I gotta be honest. I'm not shocked. All right. That was a great fun fact. We are running a little bit behind on time here, boys. So we're gonna get going into our next game, which is stat padding. Okay, here's how this one works. Each round, I will give you a statistical goal to reach. For example, 100,000 career points. You will then take turns choosing players that will get you closest to the target stat. You can take as many players as you like. We will get the stats on the fly and add them to your total. Whoever wins the round wins the points. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Just to be clear, you are using the player's recorded real-life stats to get to a numerical goal. Not you guys. Some people were unclear on that in our last time that we played this. So I wanted to make that clear for everyone.
Yep.
Are you ready, spaghetti?
Boom. Bam.
Number one is worth 50 points, and the goal is I didn't say a word. Think of a number between 1 and 1,500.
1,400.
1,300.
It was 1,499. Impressive, Justin. Would you like to go first or defer?
I would love to go first.
Son of a witch.
The goal is nice. The goal is 250 triple doubles.
Oh,
How many triple doubles?
250 triple doubles. Career triple doubles.
give me LeBron James.
Okay. Just so everyone knows listening and watching at home, Trey will be keeping track of Justin's stats. I will be keeping track of Bob's. Go for it, Bob.
Oscar Robertson.
Oscar Robertson. Okay. We're going to get all these rocking and rolling. We might just be doing
I'm
two
keeping track
questions
of
here.
Bob's, right?
You're doing Justin.
So you just said Oscar Robinson?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm following.
He said
You've
LeBron.
got LeBron.
LeBron.
Okay, so let's go. Ooh, I don't wanna. Give me. James Harden.
Ooh.
Okay.
James Harden, LeBron.
Okay, Bob, ready when you are.
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook is next.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Take your time.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm ready whenever
I would
you
love
are.
Jimmy Buckets.
Okay.
I'm going to round mine out with Nikola Jokic.
Okay, let's see here.
The goal was how many?
250.
Okay.
You can take up to 6 players.
I thought it was 350. Okay.
250. I've got those 3 guys. And you know what? I think I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
It is 250. I do apologize because that's not on me, is it, Bob?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
250?
Mm-hmm.
And you have
Okay.
Jimmy, LeBron, and Harden.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay. So Justin started us with Harden, who has
LeBron's where I started.
LeBron, who has 105, right? Right.
LeBron has 105.
Yep, 105 triple
Yeah,
doubles.
yes.
Then Bob chose Oscar Robertson, who has 181
Yeah.
triple doubles.
Yeah.
Justin went with Harden, who has 69 triple doubles. Bob took Russ, who is tied for first all time with Oscar Robertson with 181 triple doubles.
See, in my mind, I was like 2 160s, but the fact they're 180s, I was like, okay, well, yeah, that's. Okay, go
That's
ahead.
not bad.
And then Justin rounded his out with Jimmy Butler, who has 10 triple doubles, bringing his total to 184 triple doubles. And Bob took Jokic, I think before you were fully clear on the number, who has 84 triple doubles, bringing your number to 446.
Yep.
Meaning Justin wins the round. Good job.
And it was 15, not 10. He had 10 with the Heat.
Okay.
Jimmy Buckets.
You still win.
You still win.
Good job.
So you got
Okay.
closer.
Good job.
Alrighty, on to next one. So Justin went first this time. Bob, you get to go first this time. The goal, so the question is 75 points on the board, 50,000 career rebounds.
Okay, we'll start with Andre Drummond.
Nice.
Okay, good one.
May I get Wilt Chamberlain, please?
You can.
Give me just a second here, Bob. I want to be sure you're properly accounted for. Okay, ready when you are.
Let's give me Bill Russell.
Bill Russell. Interesting choice. Justin is going to be up next whenever Trey is ready and going.
Alrighty, I'm hearing.
Hearing? All right. I want Timothy Duncan, mommy.
Alrighty.
Mommy!
Give me his counterpart, David Robinson.
Robinson.
The goal is 50.
50. Yeah.
50,000.
50,000.
I'll take LeBron James again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good call.
Give me just a moment here, Bob. All right. Hang on one second.
Did you take Kareem already?
No, you can have him.
I think I will.
Are you taking Kareem?
I'll do Kareem.
Let's do Kareem. And let's see how many he's got.
I'm gonna be
Probably
honest
got
with
a
you guys.
Crazy amount.
I think I'm done.
Ooh.
Yep.
I need one more. Festus Ezeli.
Attaboy.
Okay, let me get Festus Ezeli's career rebounds here. All right. Okay, so the goal was 50,000. The goal was 50,000 career rebounds. Bob started with Andre Drummond, who has 9,580 career rebounds. Then Justin went with Wilt, who has 23,924. Bill Russell for Bob, 21,060. David Robinson, 10,497 for Bob. Justin with Tim Duncan, 15,090. LeBron James for Justin, 10,257, and he called it. And then Bob had Kareem, 17,440. And Festus Ezeli, you want to take a guess quickly?
800.
800?
12.
1,200?
I can see it. So
1,200?
Yeah.
Bob was close to 725.
Wow.
And that's as close as you got because you were over by about 10,000 rebounds. Your total was 9,302. Justin's was 729 away from the goal.
49,000.
Jeez.
49,271, Justin. That is about as close as you could possibly get. Well done. Okay, boys, we got to do our last question super fast here. The goal is 10,000 career assists. Steals. 10,000 career steals. Thank you for the correction, Trey. And Justin, you get to go first.
Yeah, give me Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd.
Steve Nash.
Let's see here. I realize I'm the one rushing you guys, and we're the ones that you're waiting on.
Hey,
so
Trey.
Yep.
Give me LeBron James again.
Jesus.
Got you.
Hang on one moment there. We're looking at steals. Okay.
What was the number again? 10,000?
Yep.
Yes.
It's kind of crazy because there's people you want to take and you're like, no way.
Yeah.
Ready for you.
Give me Rajon Rondo.
Okay. Trey, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready? Give me Tony Parks.
Tony Parks.
This one is proving to be slightly more difficult, gentlemen, so
Take your time.
bear with us here.
It's okay.
Let's see.
You just took LeBron, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
He's off the board.
I don't even want him.
Let's see.
I don't even want
I
him.
ain't one.
Yeah.
But I will take one of your guys next.
Oh, really?
Who is your guy there, Bob?
Tony. Tony Allen.
There it is.
Okay.
Oh, crap. I can't find the... There, I got it.
Let's see.
Okay.
I think Justin, you might
Me
be
next?
up here.
And who did I took Tony Parker,
took Tony
LeBron
Parker.
James, and Jason
Kidd.
Kidd.
Jason. Yeah.
Just for good measure, I do want Festus Ezeli, please.
Oh, you son of
Okay.
And then I'll be done.
All right, Bob. Ready for you when you are.
And last and finally not least, Jameer Nelson.
Jameer! Oh, wow. All righty.
I don't know where this one's gonna go.
I'm to be
Let's
honest.
see.
Hey, Bob, my ballpark is you're over.
I think mine's way under.
Really?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Oh, interesting last number there. Okay,
Oh.
Trey, I'm ready when you're. I'm ready when you're ready.
All right. Crap.
Festus Ezeli.
I'm trying to find this. This is a hard stat to find.
Did he ever have a steal?
I was going to say, did he ever have one?
Yeah, throw it on a Basketball Reference. Let's get this.
All right, here it is. I got you.
All right,
Go ahead.
throw it in there. Okay, so Justin started, right?
Yep.
You started with Jason
God.
Kidd, who has 2,684 career steals. Bob went with Steve Nash, who has 899, shockingly low. Justin went with LeBron, who has 2144. Bob Rondo, 1518.
Oh, wow.
Justin, Tony, who?
Parker.
Parker, 198.
198?
198.
Tony Parker?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound totally right.
Possibly.
Let's see.
I mean, you're right.
Did Manu have more? I would see that.
Wait, Tony Parker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seemed really low for me too. But
Let's see here. Let's
I can
just
go
double
back.
check. Career steals. He had 1,053.
There it is.
Oh, that was just playoff. Sorry. Okay.
No, you're good.
My
Let's
bad.
get that put in there right. Oh my. That did something quite peculiar. Bob took Tony Allen, 1158. Justin rounded it out with Festus Ezeli, who has a whopping 5 steals in his career.
Yes.
Jameer Nelson, 256, meaning Bob is 6,169 away from the goal.
Nice.
And Justin is 4,114 away from
All
the
right.
goal. Meaning
Get your
Justin
points.
wins. Now we've got all these points, and you're wondering what we're going to do with them, and we do it all in Props to You.
Hello, folks. It's good to be back. Good to be back for a props to. Don't be scared. I'm here for you. Don't worry
Spooked
about
me.
it.
Don't
Now,
do that.
We are betting all these points away, Bob. You are in last place. You do have a big 400 points, though, and you're taking Fred VanVleet's over at 16.5. Let me guess, you're going to put all of them on there?
No, Justin. I'm going to put all of them on.
All right, a big 400 bet there. Now, Trey, 1,100 points for you this week so far. So you're taking CP3's over at 13.5. What do you like to do with all of your
Wait,
points?
399, sorry.
I got you.
We're going to go ahead and throw 700 points on there.
700 points, just so we can't lose to Bob. I get it. I am in second place with 3,115 points. I am a little over 1,000 points behind you, Michael.
And that negative 100 was incorporated into that,
Yes,
right?
I saw it.
Okay, just
Yep.
want to double check.
Yep.
Not that I didn't believe you. I just wanted
No,
to
I
make sure.
hear you. I would have 100 more.
Oh, I
points.
would double check. I'm
Oh,
trying to get extra
he
points.
was
I
looking
made
at me.
sure.
I want Christian Woods over at 16.5. He's been playing great. And I'm going to bet 3,000 points.
Oh, no pumpkins, no babies. I love it.
Okay, well, so I have Pascal Siakam's over 24.5.
24.5. You got 4,140.
I mean, since you're going that hard, I'll bet 140.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're right, you'll beat me unless I go all in, and then I'm going to get last. I'm not going to do all that.
That's
So,
the only reason I wanted to be right. I was
I'll either take second or I'll win the month, which both situations are fine with me. Just so you know, everybody listening at home, obviously I already showed you the beautiful trophy that we have, but the loser of this month has to wear their least favorite NBA player's jersey for 1 month on the show.
Yeah.
So that is the
terrible.
punishment going into this November month that we face. Now, if you want to keep track of all of our game picks and chat with us, ask us questions, or give us game ideas, hit the link in the description to this episode to join our chalkboard group chat. It's a fun, free way to support the show. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, rate 5 stars, and follow us at Yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
Add me on the ground.
Just a reminder, we are recording live from the Yay studio.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do.
Bob, what you got for the people?
So I want to give you guys a quick breakdown of the best Halloween movies ever. Obviously, they're not the actual Halloween movies because honestly, original Halloween, it's pretty tame for today's age. So the scariest movie you'll ever see is The Shining. That's my number 1 Halloween movie.
We love it. Justin.
Wizards Watch has started, finally. Here we are. It's a new season. Bradley Beal. We've got the unicorn. We've got no longer Ish Smith because we've got Monte Morris. Big
Trey.
things are coming.
Happy Halloween, guys. Tell a friend to go drink some water. Drink some water, guys. Stay hydrated.
Absolutely. Water is the key to life.
That's awesome.
We love that. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. We do appreciate you. We love you. Happy Halloween. Be safe. Check your candy. No razor blades. Deal? Deal. Don't forget, more than anything, we love you and yay basketball.